the sweet summer, long days, beautiful weather. What's a girl to do?
Some people want me to be heads or tails. I say no way, try again another day.
For this groovy project, you will need the following: liquid application box, color, rubber bands, gloves, and your inner hippie. Okay, so you begin applying the powder into all of your application bottles. You add water all the way to the top and shake it up. Here I am doing the Hippie Swirl design, and I am using a plain white wet tube top, and I'm swirling the fabric from the middle until I have this donut-like formation. Next, I put my rubber bands in a star-like design. Now the part, you add in your color. And please know that you can be as messy and creative and random with these colors as you want to be. Do not worry about it being neat and tidy. The messier it looks, the better, believe me. So I put this in a bag and I allow it to sit for 24 hours, and I jump into my next creation. Now I am doing my plain white dress, a little plain and boring in my opinion. I'm doing what I like to call the Genie in a Bottle method. I use a cylinder and I roll the fabric from the bottom all the way to the top. You could use a paper towel roll, anything that suits your purpose. Now I am fastening the ends with a few rubber bands. Now I am just applying rubber bands in random places along the length of the cylinder. Now I am applying color. I am just completely messy and fun and random with my colors, and I encourage you to do the same. You will end up with the most beautiful assortment of colors and designs. This is my very favorite technique, and you will see why later. So when I'm done with this design, I put it in a plastic bag and allow it to sit for 24 hours. The next design, I am using a long white flary skirt, and I'm doing what I call the Rosie Posie. I call this design Rosie Posie because once you're finished with the design, it actually looks like you painted floral patterns all over the fabric. It's really beautiful. So I folded the skirt in an accordion style, and I tucked in the ends and I applied my rubber bands. Now I am randomly squirting colors all over the grid and scrunching in the color so that the fabric is penetrated with the paint. Okay, so the next design, I am using a beautiful long white top. I am folding it in the same manner as the last fabric, accordion style. Once I get all the way to the top, I tuck in the ends and I tuck it in again until I have what looks like a cylinder. Next, I add three forms of rubber bands along the length. And I add my color. This is what I like to call summer lovin'. Alright, so the very last design is being done on a beautiful bodycon shirt dress, and I am applying 2 rubber bands along the length. I like to call this reggae splash because I am adding in red, lime, and a beautiful hue of green. After 24 hours, I rinse with cold water and air dry. Here's what it looks like. Next is the Genie in a Bottle dress. This came out so beautiful. Next is our Rosie Posie design. As you can see, the skirt looks like it has painted floral patterns, which is so beautiful, but I was not completely happy with the way it came out for me, so I added more blue to the top portion of the dress. I allowed the dye to sit for 3 additional hours, and here's what it looks like. Now for our summer Lovin design. Another beautiful design that did not come out the way I expected. So I added magenta on the top, left it for 3 hours, and here's what it looks like. So last but not least is our reggae splash, and boy did it come out like a splash, but I'm working with it. What do you guys think?